welcome to Samdarya School e-learning channel. Let us discuss SST subject of class 6. The book that you will read throughout the session 2020 to 2021 is titled as Social Studies. The author of the book is Shilpi Mittal and is edited by Shravya Tayar and published by Myra Books. There are 3 units in this book: History, Geography and Civics. History have 8 chapters, Geography have 7 chapters and Civics have 7 chapters. So let us begin from the first chapter, when, where and how. So firstly we will discuss why history is important to learn. So firstly a question arises, what do we mean by history? History is the study of humans' past. It is the record of people, places and events in chronological order that is arranged in order of time occurrence. History is the study of things that happened in the past. History can be recent or it can be extend back to the earliest times from which any sort of records can be obtained. History cannot be understood properly by the study of a single event. It is necessary to understand the capture of the people among whom the event took place and that of any other countries which could have affected the event. An understanding of history can only be obtained by piecing together knowledge from a whole range of sources. To provide a broad understanding about Gandhiji, all of a sudden we don't study his achievements and devotions towards the country. First we study his birth, his growth, his family, education, teachings and then work done by him for freedom, etc., which is called chronology. Example, we study in sequence. Now I would like to tell you reasons for learning history. History helps us to carefully examine and question facts before accepting them as the truth. History educates us. We can learn from mistakes made by people in the past. It thus helps us make better decisions in the present and for the future. A study of the past gives us a sense of identity or teaches that who we are and how our ancestors was. We can understand our ancient culture and way of life. We can know how people in ancient times acquired their skills from Stone Age to modern age gradually through migration, farming, trading and empire building. History consists of 3 types: ancient, medieval and modern. Our past goes back to thousands of years. The whole of the past may be put under 2 headings: prehistory and history. So now let us discuss about the prehistory. Prehistory is that period about which we do not get any information in writing. Prehistoric people did not know how to read and write. They could not record their observations in writing. Our knowledge about them is based on written sources. The prehistoric people lived mainly in the caves. Their bones, tools, and poetry have been found buried in the ground. All these objects have much to say about the life of prehistoric peoples. History refers to the period about which written documents are available. For hundreds of years ago, there was no paper to write on. But even in those ancient times, people knew the art of writing. They wrote on palm leaves or on the bark of trees. They also wrote on the stone or on skin of sheep or a goat. Later, they used paper to write on. These written records or manuscripts help us to know about the past. These are called manuscripts because these are written by hand. In fact, the Latin word manu means by hand. Manuscripts are found in different scripts and languages. Now let us discuss about sources of history. The historian's work is existing as that of detective who draws conclusions from clues and evidences. In history, the evidences are called as sources material. So the sources of history are divided into the two parts: archaeological sources and literary sources. Literary sources are divided into two types: religious and secular. Archaeological sources are also divided into four types: artifacts, inscriptions, monuments, and coins. So first, let us know about the archaeological sources. The study of material remains of past human existence is called archaeology. These remains include tools, weapons, articles of daily use, coins, buildings, writings on objects, etc. These are called archaeological source material. They are the direct evidence. They cannot be directly changed by the human beings. Now let us discuss about the artifacts. Articles such as tools, weapons, pottery, small sculpture, toys, and jewelries are made and used by the man are called artifacts. They are found by archaeologists in the course of excavations. This gave us visual clues to the past. Now let us discuss about inscriptions. So the inscriptions are engraved on stone, copper plates, etc. Provide us information about the important events of event rulers. The rock edicts of Ashoka, the Sanchi inscriptions, the Allahabad pillar inscriptions, the Iran pillar inscriptions at Mehruli in Delhi tell us about important events, admirations, the personal qualities of the rulers, important dates, and the art of the mutual relations of different rulers. This inscription on copper plate records a land grant made by King Mahendra Pal Veda of Bengal. The royal seal with the king's name inscribed below it is added to the plate. This is the picture of the inscriptions. Let us know about the monuments. Buildings of historical importance are called monuments. They tell us about the period in which they were built. They inform us about the social life, religious beliefs, the cultures, and the knowledge of science of the people of the period in which the monuments were built. This is the picture of an architecture. So now let us know about the coins. Coins help us to learn about the rulers of kingdoms. Coins often bear images of gods, goddesses, and religious symbols. which tell us about the religious beliefs of those times. This is the picture of ancient coin. So now let us have a look on literary sources. So the literary sources are handwritten record of the past in the form of books are called manuscripts. These were usually written on the palm of leaves and the barks of beech trees. Due to their fragile nature, many manuscripts have been destroyed. Let us discuss about the religious literature. Writing on religious themes are called religious literature. Vedas of the Hindus, the Pitakas of Buddhists, and the Angas of the Jains are examples of Indian works of religious literature. The Ramayana and the Mahabharata, the Gita and the Purans are also important sources of information on ancient India. This is a picture of a literature Ramayana. Now let us learn about the secular literature. The secular literature comprises books on the history, biographies, accounts of foreign travelers, book on law, work on drama, poetry, prose and etc. Rajatrangini, the history of Kashmir, written by Kalhana in the 12th century, is perhaps the only books of ancient India which may be classified as a book of history. The accounts of foreign travelers are another important sources of the ancient Indian history. Now here are some short answer type questions for your homework. Your first question is, who is known as the father of history? Your second question is, who is historian? Your third question is, what is AD? Your fourth question is, what is archaeology? Your fifth question is, name the two Chinese travelers who came to India. So now your chapter is over. So thank you students for watching our video. Kindly press the bell icon for the updates.